Hi, my name is Hugo. I'm a real estate investor here in Houston, Texas. We're in front of one of the properties that my company bought and we're rehabbing right now, and we're excited to show you this property.
Hi, this is Tim. I'm a private lender. I lend on a lot of deals like this. And so, yeah, we're excited to talk to you about this house and some of the projects we have going. So let's tell them a little bit about this property. How did you find it? What you bought it for?
Yeah, so this particular property, a wholesaler brought it to me little almost about a year ago. And he said he wasn't moving it, and not too many people were interested. And when I looked a little more into it in the neighborhood, half of the neighborhood flooded and the other half didn't. So we're in the half that didn't flood. And then I started to do some more research, and I realized that there were some properties here that, if you added square footage, you could get up to $1 to $1.2 million for the property. But if we remodeled it as it is, then it was probably somewhere around $500,000 to $600,000. So it intrigued me, and I got it for $295,000.
Hold on, real quick. So I can explain to people a little bit. So one of the strategies that we teach about and we do is called forced appreciation, where we're adding square footage to the property, or we add more doors to the property, such as converting from a single-family home to a duplex or a triplex. So this particular case, what Hugo just mentioned about, if he was to add more square footage, and how would you add square footage to this property? Would you go?
So that was part of the due diligence process, because I didn't know how. So I either go horizontal or I go vertical, or I do a combination of both. And on this one, I didn't quite have much space in the back, so it just made sense to go vertical because it's one story. So that was one of the considerations for this property.
Okay, and if he's not doing that here, as you can see, but if you were to do that, if you were to raise it up and do a second story, what would be the value difference between it as it is as a one story versus as a two story?
Yeah, I mean, it would take it from a $600,000 to like at least a $900,000 to $1 million property. But in part of not every property you can do this with. Right. There's different levels of forced appreciation, right? So in this one, after looking at the numbers, how much is it going to cost to get it to the 500, 600, and how much is it going to cost to get it to the 900 and 1 million? And then what's the risk? What's the market look like? So when you take all these factors into consideration, then you're able to make a more solid decision. So on this one, we decided to keep it at the level of, okay, let's just remodel it, open the floor plan, update it, make the finishes nicer and stuff like that. So like I said, this one we got it for $295,000. So I'm looking at, okay, with the $300,000 base price, how much value am I going to get if I put in $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, and what's worth it? So we decided on this one to just do a regular remodel, $130,000, redo the whole underground, update all the finishes, open up the floor plan, which is what a lot of people want nowadays, right? And that's what we decided on this one.
Okay, so you mentioned the purchase price again?
$295,000 to be exact.
$295,000, and then you're putting how much in rehab into it?
$130,000.
So that'll bring you to about $430,000 ish, right?
Yeah.
And what are you expecting to sell for how much?
We expect to sell between $550,000 to $585,000.
Okay.
$600,000 on the if we're lucky, if we get that one buyer that falls in love with it, but right. $550,000 to $585,000.
That's awesome. All right, so let's you guys want to go on a tour?
Come on in, check it out.
Cool.
We are in the living room right now. This is the living room. We decided to do a recessed ceiling, so we had to reframe all the ceiling joists above us to get that extra 6 inches of recess, just to give it a more open volume space feel. Yeah.
Okay. And then, was it always open this much before?
No, actually, let me get over here. So all of this was closed off. This was closed off, this was closed off. And then you had the old wood paneling that they used to put back in the 60s, so this was all paneling. I think it had a little bar cut out here into the kitchen, but even the kitchen was smaller. Okay. So we blew out this wall, and you can't see it right above, but we put this huge beam about this big to carry the load from the roof and to be able to open up this floor plan. So that now we're going to have a beautiful kitchen on the back with a nice backsplash, a huge island, and then it overlooks into this open space, and it goes into the formal dining, which we had more. Here, let's come take a look at the formal dining here. This one, because of the roof, we were actually able to push the ceiling back a foot into the attic and give this more of a feel. And we've got a nice anchor here, so you put a beautiful chandelier here over the table. It looks up into the front, so the neighbors can see it when they're driving by. It's a beautiful chandelier, fully lit. And yeah, we have this room over here, which is, it's back in the 60s and 70s when these properties were built. They had this room that is functionally obsolete in today's layouts for today's homes, but they were considered dens or something, or I don't know what it was. But we actually turned it into a formal study, so it became like an office.
Right over here.
Right over here, yes. And we decided to keep a closet in there. This used to be so we built out a closet. This wasn't here. But we decided to convert the den into a formal study, you know, an office or something that could be used for something in today's, you know, need for family spaces and stuff.
So for this neighborhood, turning this into an office space is better than turning this into a bedroom?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no need. 3 bedroom, 2 bath here, you know, sell for a lot still. The 4th bedroom is not needed. But they very well could use this as a 4th bedroom. We've got, per code, we need to have a window for fire egress. So we have that, you know, we've got a closet. They could easily use it for a bedroom, but, you know, for architectural purposes, we're gonna call it an office study. But yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, especially a lot of people home, like work from home now too, so
It's true.
This could be a selling point for them.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's keep walking around so you can see more of the stuff that we did. But you don't see a lot now because it's all covered up. But one of the biggest things that we had to do is redo the entire underground plumbing of the house. That was a cost that we did anticipate, but we didn't anticipate having a problem with our subcontractor that we've been working with for the last 2 years. So he's a great person, he just had some family emergencies and issues that had him lose focus. And so these are the kind of issues that come up that you have to resolve creatively, right? So we had to hire somebody else and we had to redo the entire system after he started and he actually got permits and so forth. But this entire floor from where the beam is in the kitchen, all the way to the back of the house, it's actually 2 inches lower. The only area that was raised was the kitchen area right there. So we had to make a decision. Here, probably turn around here so this will make a little more sense. So right at this line, right here where we put the beam above, the kitchen was the only area that was raised. It was at this level right here. Everything was 2 inches lower, all the way throughout.
Kind of like a sunken...
Yeah. Actually, it was just a raised kitchen.
Okay.
We don't know why they did that, but it was.
Okay.
Excuse me. So we had to make a decision. Either we jackhammer this and make it the same level as the rest of the house, or we raise the entire house. At the time, it made more sense to raise the entire house. We were going to put screeds. It's very common in the Bel Air area to put screeds and then a wood floor on top of it, just to give you an extra couple inches for flooding and stuff. But after we did everything, we decided, no, if we want a solid feel, we don't want that hollow sound, and if we want to ask $600,000 for this house, like, it's got to be solid. It can't sound cheap. It can't sound low quality. So we ended up pouring concrete throughout the whole rest of the house to raise it so we could all have a flush, beautiful, seamless floor that runs throughout. Yeah, and all the plumbing got replaced underground. It was the old, the cast iron pipes. It was all rusted, so it's all brand new PVC. So this is, a house like this is almost like new construction. New windows, insulated, like, you know, new insulation, everything is new. So it's almost like you're buying a new construction house, but new construction houses in the area here are going 800,000 plus. So getting it at 600 is a deal, right?
Right.
So that's kind of the thinking.
That's awesome. Let's explore the bedrooms just a little bit. Did you do anything special in the bedrooms or anything?
Yeah, big time. We actually had 4 bedrooms back here, but they were really small, so we converted into 3. And since we have that office that could be a 4th if people need it, right? We decided to make the bedrooms bigger. So this is the new master bedroom. As you can see, it's a lot bigger in here now. You didn't see it before, but before we probably got to, like, I mean, actually this was the wall right here. and it came in here. So we opened all of this up, put new recessed lighting throughout. And yeah, so this is the new master bedroom. This is gonna be like a little jewelry kind of vanity hutch area, you know, for jewelry and stuff like that. And then we ate the space of the other bedroom that was here, and we blew up the master closet and the master bathroom to make it huge.
Oh wow.
So we've got the master closet in here that's pretty much a room itself. You see, it's pretty much a room, so we're gonna have some custom built things run all the way along this wall. On the back wall, come back here. You know, you're gonna have some shelving for shoes and stuff like that. I mean, this is a room in its own. Like, you can see us standing in here comfortably, but this is a master closet. And then the master bathroom is right over here. We're gonna put a huge soaking tub over here, 72 inches long. It's a really big tub. We built this for the shower. The shower easily can fit 2 people, whereas before it was just a traditional bathroom. Got a long vanity along this wall. We've got at least 8 feet here. So yeah, here's the shower, and easily you can fit two adults in here. The toilet would go here, then the 2 vanities here, the his and hers, and the huge soaking tub back here. So yeah, what used to be 4 bedrooms here, we made it 1 master suite, so that it was bigger and it justified the price that we're asking for.
Right, and for this kind of neighborhood, I mean, that's a huge plus, right? Because a lot of older houses in this neighborhood don't have that kind of size master.
Yeah, that's what people value.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rooms were a lot smaller. And like I said, they had this functionally obsolete den that no longer is really valued in today's market. So we said, okay, that could be the 4th bedroom or an office, and 3 bedrooms is plenty.
Right, that's awesome.
Right. So yeah, come on over here and check out the last 2 bedrooms. Nothing too special about them. We didn't do anything structural. All we did is open up the bathroom that they share. So we've got another bedroom over here. They're good sizes. They're not too small. They're decent sizes and got beautiful windows in them and have their own closet. And here's the other bedroom. We actually, in this one, we decided to eat some of the square footage so that we could expand the bathroom that we're about to walk into, and we brought the closet out here. So this wall came out, but it still leaves us a decent sized bedroom for a child. For their room, you'd have bunk beds. It's still a good room. So.
Gotcha.
So we brought this closet out so we could build this bathroom here. This one is a little tighter, so I'll let you walk in there, but you can do a little tour there, a little 360, and see that's where the vanity goes, right below that window. And then we've got a tub and shower combo, and the toilet will be here. And that allowed us to have more room because it was really tight.
Okay, so as you can see, moving these structural walls and stuff is one of the strategies, one of the ways that we force the appreciation, force the value of the property up. We also do other strategies such as converting a single family home into a duplex or even a triplex. Hugo, you're looking at a property right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah, so like with that property, what's the square footage right now?
Yeah, right now that property is 1,600 square feet.
And what are you planning to do with that property?
Well, there's a garage in the back that I realized there's a long driveway that leads to it, and so that garage can be converted to a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, small apartment. And then the actual house could be split up in 2, and I could make it into a duplex.
Okay, so basically, when you all said and done, that'd be like 3 separate units.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And what would that do to the value of the property, and what would that do to the rent of the property?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, the value of the property, if I were to fix it up as is, I'd probably get no more than $185,000 for the property. But what intrigued me about that property is that's in an area that lends itself to doing something like that, right? Unlike this area, it doesn't make sense to make this house a duplex, right? This is not the right area for that. But that area, that's kind of common out there. So when I did the numbers, I said, man, I can push this value to about $250,000, if not more, by making it a duplex and converting the garage.
Gotcha. Okay. So so how much would each unit rent for?
I'm being conservative at 800, 850 a month.
Per unit. So
per unit.
So times three.
Yeah, 2,500 a month.
Okay. Versus if you were just renting a house by itself, what as a single family home as it is right now, how much does it rent for in that area?
What's funny is that probably max $1,400. Max. Probably closer to $1,200. There's something about a bigger house in that area that'll rent for less per square foot than a smaller unit will rent for more per square foot.
That's definitely common. So those are all part of what we teach about and what we do in force appreciation. Whether making structural changes, adding square footage, adding doors to have more units. Where we're gonna take you on a tour on other rehabs that Hugo's doing or has done in different stages. Like this one is like you're in the middle of it, right? We'll have one that's at the beginning. We'll have one that's completely done, that's on the market. And we'll share with you, about how to maximize your profits on these deals. Right now in Houston is a very competitive market where if you're trying to buy a property and you just want to do, paint carpet, those properties, Zillow will pay top dollars for them and they don't even care to make a profit. They announced that they just want to break even on these homes and aim to make money on the mortgage side. Right, and so you're competing with Zillow, with OfferPad, with Open Door, all of these huge national companies. So doing the traditional stuff that we used to do with rehab flips, that doesn't work anymore. Nope. It's a tough market, and so doing the force appreciation whether you're increasing square footage, you're increasing doors. That's what's hot now. That's what's working right now, and so we're gonna teach you about that on the bus tour. Plus, we are also gonna have one of our friends, Rick, who owns over 100 rental properties. Plus, he runs a property management company, so he manages a few hundred properties. So he'll be there to teach us all, teach you guys, all the different aspects of what it takes to maximize your rental value. So that way, instead of making a couple $100s a month on a property, you can be making $600-800 a month or $1,000 a month, like the property you were talking about, right?
Yep.
It's just an additional income from the property by doing the force appreciation. So here, we want to do something very special for you guys, because I know when we're talking about buying properties, rehabbing, one of the questions that we get a lot, I know I get a lot as a lender, is how do I fund these deals, right? Not just fund the purchase price, but funding the rehabbing, the repair, the remodeling as well. And so for the first 10 of you, the first 10 people that sign up below this video, first 10 of you that sign up for our bus tour, we're going to do a special, how to find virtually unlimited amount of money for all of your deals. We're going to do a special webinar training as a part of this. So you get the bus tour, you get the training after the bus tour, as well as the webinar training, how to get money for all your deals. And of course, I want you to use me as your primary lender on these deals, but we're going to teach you how to find money from all different sources.
Let me jump in and add something. It's very few lenders out there that I've learned, and I've been doing this now for 6 years. Very few lenders that are open to this strategy. Some of them might see it as risky. They're not used to it. It's where the market has forcefully shifted us.
Right.
So we had to get creative as investors as how do we still make deals work, or how do we go get a job, right?
Yeah.
It was literally that kind of conversation that put us into figuring this out. So to have a lender like Tim on your side is invaluable because he's already used to it. He's already done a couple. He believes in it. It's a model that works. So yeah, this is extremely, extremely important to have a lender that believes in you, number one, that believes in what you're gonna do, the product that you're offering, and that can support you and actually have the money. So yeah, this is really good stuff.
Yeah, which I completely forgot, to share with everyone a little bit about like our experience.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I've been a real estate investor since 2002. My beautiful wife runs the business with me. She's the one running the camera right now, so you can't see her, but you certainly can just say hi to her anyways. And so since 2002, I've done hundreds of deals, and I've lent on quite a bit of properties. Just on force appreciation properties alone, in the last couple of years, we've funded well over 30 properties that the investors that we lent to did additions and did
fall into this category.
So I'm a very experienced lender when it comes to the force appreciation strategy. And as an investor myself, I've flipped a lot of houses, I've sold houses, so I understand the business really well.
So and to piggyback on you, I've flipped over 50 houses. I've wholesaled over 100 in the last 6 years. I got 3 on the market right now. This will be 4th once we get it listed. And then got a lot in the pipeline as well. So very experienced around construction, around real estate investing, just strategizing and structuring and all that stuff. And Tim was actually my mentor 6 years ago. I got into this business because of a bus tour like this that we're offering to you now. So I love the idea of bus tours. It's real, it's raw, it's in the field, you get to ask questions, you get to meet with real people, it's people that are in your backyard that know exactly what's going on. So I'm excited about this bus tour like you have no idea. This is gonna be huge. Whoever joins us, it's gonna be great. You're gonna get more value than what you pay for, I promise you that. Our hearts are just all about giving back and building people up and steering them the right way. So thank you for doing this, and thank you for always being there for me since day one. Look at where I am now, thanks to you, and I'm so excited about this bus tour. So make sure y'all sign up and come,
Well, you're welcome, for sure. And I've been teaching the real estate investing business since 2006, so I've been fortunate to have taught and seen a lot of the students who became ultra successful, became real estate millionaires out of what we teach. At this bus tour, you're going to learn how to find properties, how to analyze them, depending if you're going to flip them, or you're going to keep them as buy and hold, and which force appreciation strategies would be best for that particular property, for that, for that neighborhood, so that way you can maximize your profits. So everything included, I mentioned with the bus tour, with the learning about rental properties and the property management side of things, to raising private money for all of your deals, all of that for a low price of only $97. So click on the link below, sign up. We look forward to meeting you, to working with you, and funding a lot of your deals.
Click on the link below. We can't wait to see you there. Thank you.
Awesome. See you later.